We are in 2026. Now let me do this integral by two methods. The first method, I split this integral into two, one from -1 to 0. This is 1 minus 2 e to the x, 1 plus e to the x dx. And the other one is plus, right? Plus from 0 to 1, and x to 2026. 1 minus 2 e to the x, 1 plus e to the x dx. Okay, that's obvious. Now then, while I consider this the first part is 2026, 1 minus 2 e to the x, 1 plus e to the x dx. Let me use substitution. Change the variable x into t. Let t be negative x. So it becomes a positive 1 to 0, right? And since x, the power is an even number, so for t, negative t is the same. 2026 not changed. And this is 1 plus e to the negative t, and minus e to the negative t. dx will be negative dt. Right? Then I use this negative to switch the order of boundary, so it becomes 0 to 1. And t 2026. Now, here I multiply by e to the positive t, both numerator and denominator. So it becomes e to the t minus 2. Right? This is e to the t plus 1. Yeah. This is a negative. Yeah. Very good. Now then we substitute this back to this. This is I. So I is equal to, this has been changed to that, right? And dx and dt is the same thing. Xt and just dummy variable. So this is 2026 e to the x minus 2 e to the x plus 1 dx. It's just the same, t and x. And plus the second part from 0 to 1, x 2026, 1 minus 2 e to the x, 1 plus x, right? Now then, since the same boundaries I can combine them together. These together is a common factor, right? This is a common denominator, and e to the x minus 2, and plus 1 minus. So this becomes 0 to 1, 2026 e to the. This is a negative 1. This is negative e to the power x, so it goes negative 1 plus. Yeah, this is nothing but negative 1, isn't it? So it becomes negative 0 to x 2026 dx. So this becomes a negative 27 e to the 27. Yeah, x. What am I doing? 0 to 1. So this eventually becomes a negative 2027. Okay, that's method 1. Now method 2. Well, method 2, I rewrite it. This is a negative 1 to 1 x 2026. This could be written as 1 plus e to the x, 1 minus e to the x minus e to the x. Right? So this one becomes a break into 2. So the first one is a minus 1 to 1 x 2026. 1 plus e to the x, 1 minus e to the x dx minus 1 to 1 and x 2026, 1 plus e to the x and e to the x dx. Very good. Now, let me consider this function. I call this function f of x, 1 minus e to the x, 1 plus e to the x. I consider this as f of x. Then f of a negative x would be equal to 1 minus e to the negative x, 1 plus e to the negative x. Then if I multiply by e to the x, this is e to the x minus 1. This is e to the x plus 1. Now this one compared to this one, this is just the negative of f. This is a negative of that. So f of a negative x is equal to negative fx. So f of x is odd, right? Is odd function. If this function is order, this function is even. So together is order function. So in this interval, it's equal to 0. So my I is equal to, this is 0, so minus this one, x 2026 e to the x minus e to the x dx. Wow. Then I split this one into 2. First one is negative 0 to 1 e to the x, 1 plus e to the x dx. And the second one is from 0 to 1, 2026 e to the x, 1 plus e to the x dx. Yeah. And for this one, I let x be negative t. Okay. So this becomes what? This becomes negative. This will be 1 to 0, right? Because negative. This is x to the, now x is 0. Negative for even power is the same as well, there's a no change, right? T to 2026. This is e to the negative t. This is 1 plus e to the negative t to the negative t. Huh? Yeah, use this one to change the order. So it becomes a negative 0 to 1, t to 20, 26. If I multiply by e to the positive x, so it becomes a 1, right? E to the positive x plus 1 and a dt. Therefore, this one is this. I can rewrite t for x. It becomes I becomes negative 0 to 1 x to 2026 and 1 x e to the x plus 1 dx minus this one 0 to 1 x 2026 e to the x plus e to the x dx, right? And these two added up equal to 1, right? So the result is negative 0 to 1 dx, because this plus this is 1. And this is equal to negative 27 x to the 2027 0 to 1. So the result is the same. Okay, good. Same result by two different methods.